right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. Warm-up number 58 is on the screen, and it reads, given 23, 18, 7, 12, and $45 per day earned in 1 week on Facebook's marketplace. Compute the standard score of the median and sketch its position. All right, so once again, before you start, tell your neighbor what standard score means and what does it mean to sketch its position. All right, good conversations. Let's get cracking. Should be done by now. All right, so they're asking to compute the standard score, also known as what? The z-score. So, what'd you get for your z-score, please, JC? Negative 0.2. Hands if you got that. Looks about right, okay. Oh, it's frozen. There it go. There you go. And sketch the position. So that means we need the mean. Pass someone, JC. 21. Hands if you got that. Looks about right. We also need a standard deviation. Pass someone, Zach. Marco? 13.1. Hands if you got that. Some of you who got something different. Pedro? 14.71 approximately. Hands if you got something like that. All right. So pretty close, so I'm going to go with 13 for right now. So let's say right here we are at 34.1. And over here would be at 7.9. Yes? Something like that? Yes? No, maybe so? Okay. All right. Who went last? Marco? Oh, Pedro? Pedro, pass someone for the position. Andrew? To the left of the 21. Something like that. Hands if you got something like that. That is correct. Let's go. All right. So, copy the agenda for today. Warm-up number 58, measures of position. Today we're moving on to percentile. Home plate is page 160, 161. Only numbers 21 to 23, Michael Jordan. All right, and over the weekend I said have an excellent weekend, yeah? You guys have an excellent weekend? If not, so I can give you an F. What's that? I didn't eat rosca, yeah. Yeah. We usually try to and like keep it consistent every year, but this year we're like, we're going to take a break. I think after tamales and then pozole and menudo. Tamales, pozole, and menudo, I think we took a little break, so. Anyways, we did take a little trip to Slab City. You guys know where that's at? If you go north, then you go past Brawley, go north, to Calipatra, continue going north, then Nyland, then go into Nyland, and then there's a little road out to the outskirts, and there's a little city of no rules, pretty much. People can live there, and they have their own library. They have like a lot of, it's a trip. Anyway. All right. So with that said, your hopefully for tonight, once again, there it is. All right, get a Cornell note ready, please. And you don't need a fair model since we're just continuing and we're adding to our information. And once again, I can summarize data and compute the measures of position. I can summarize data and compute the measures of position. And as you know, we already covered the measures of central tendency. We covered the measures of variation, and now we're in the middle of the measures of position. So we don't need a Ferrier model. However, tell your neighbor the 4 measures of position. The 4 measures of position. So let's see. We got standard scores, which is the z-scores, percentiles, quartiles, and deciles. Okay? So today, since we covered standard scores, we still need to see a little bit more of that. But let's move on to percentiles. All right? So last week, if you recall, before we had our party, we did cover standard scores or z-scores, and the formulas are as follows. Okay? Well, today we're going to add to our formulas. Yay! So write down formulas, please. And today we're going to focus on percentile. Percentile. Now, when we started the school year, I gave you guys a similar formula, but just for a general finding percentages. And we've covered that ever since, what, 7th grade, 6th grade, something like that, percentages. This is a little bit, off to the right of that, just adding a couple more things in regards to data. So here we go. Start with finding percent and rank given data. Once I give you a data, the data set, this is the formula to find percent and rank. Write that down. Percentile equals the numbers below the given number, x, plus 0.5 divided by the total number of values, and at the end you multiply times 100. The second formula is to find the rank given a percent once you are given the data. And that formula looks like this. C equals N times P over 100. For today, we're only going to focus on these two. I still need to get into the graphing portion and other parts of the percentile, but for right now, like I said, let's do this portion first. 2 formulas, I think that's doable for today. So once again, the first one, to find the percent and rank given data. And it's easy to follow. To find the percentile, you take the number below the given number once you are given the set of data, plus 0.5 divided by the total number of values, and times 100. The bottom one is to find the rank given a percent. So let's label the parts on the bottom one. So you never what P stands for? Yes? Tell your neighbor what N stands for, see if you remember. Yes, the total number of values. Total number of values. So on the top formula, if you wanted to put N on the bottom, that's fine. Same thing. And instead of POV percentile, just put the letter P for percentile. Okay. All right, and C, basically the rank, okay? Now, for the second one, once we get there, just remember this. Whenever we find a particular number here, we're always going to round. Oh, sorry. We're going to round to nearest whole. Round to the nearest whole number. So if we end up with, let's say, 2.1, we're going to round up, round up to the nearest whole number, round up. 2.7, it rounds to 3, and so on and so forth. Okay? All right, so we're going to start slow. I'm going to start off with a problem that involves this one. Okay? So here we go. Example Q. Copy this, please. It says, example Q. A teacher gives a 20-point test to 10 students. The scores are 18, 15, 12, 6, 8, 2, 3, 5, 20, and 10. Find the percentile rank of a score of 12. Copy that. I'll give you some time. So, if you read the problem and if you notice, they don't give us a percent. We need to find the percent. So therefore, the first step, check this out. With any other given data, I usually ask you to arrange these in what? Ascending order. Yeah, so let's start. We go from 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. All right. Next, let's write our formula. P equals numbers below a given number plus 0.5 divided by what? The total number, or n, times 100, the whole thing. Okay. So how many total values, guys? It says here how many students? 10. Okay. The numbers below the given number. What is the given number they're asking us to look at? 12, so circle that. How many numbers are below 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. And then we multiply times 100. P equals 6.5 divided by 10 times 100. 6.5 divided by 10, Jet. 0.65. Multiply that times 100, everyone. 65%. And we write our statement. What's our statement? The student that scored 12 is above 65% of the class. Woo-wee. And if you notice, it's kind of similar to the standard deviation in regards to position, but now they're talking about percentile. Let's double up and see the process here to make sure. Step 1 was to what? Arrange from least to greatest. Step 2, write your formula. Step 3, substitute values. Step 4, compute and find percent. And of course, step 5, make sure you write your statement at the end. Okay? All right, from 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this? Yeah, 5, 5, 5. All right. I'm going to give you another one for you to do. You don't have to rewrite the entire problem. Just write the what they're asking you, because it's the same data. Here it goes. Example super Q. Find the percentile rank of a score of 6. Score of 6. Copy and go. All right, let's see. Walk me through the process. Help me out, please. Step 1. Vince, go. That's step 2. Yes, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, it's frozen. Goodness. Because we're so cool in here. 12, 15, 18, and 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. Step 2. Mia. The equation P, numbers below X. What else? Over N. Thank you. Continue, Eric. So we end up with P equals 3.5 over 10 times 100. 3.5 over 10, that's what, Samuel? Very good. 0.35 times 100, that's 35%. And the last step, your statement, you should have written the student with a score of 6 scores what? Above 35% of the class. All right. How are we doing? Good? All right. So if you notice here, once again, you're given the data. You're not given a percentile. We find the percentile of the rank where that person scores. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you the same data, but now we're going to do the flip side. They want us to, they're going to give us a percent, but they want us to find the ranking of the person scoring at that percent. Copy this. Example mega Q. And it reads, a teacher gives a 20-point test to 10 students. The scores are 18, 15, 12, 6, 8, 2, 3, 5, 20, and 10. Find the value corresponding to the 25th percentile. Copy that. Here we go. Everyone, step 1. Ascending order, thank you. So we got 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. Step 2. Zach. Formula, which is what? C equals Step 3, same thing, substitute values. All right, so what do I substitute in for n? 10, because it's the total number of values, yes. How about p, everyone? 25%, yes. So this is 250 divided by 100. What is that? 2.5. And what did we say if we end up with a decimal? Round up. So this would be 3. Which means what, Mr. Q? Which means that the person on the position of 3, that's how much those are the ones that scored at 25 percentile. So let's see. Start with this one. Position 1, 2, 3. So the person that scored what? 5 scored in the what? 25 percentile. The student that scored 5 is 25th percentile or greater than the 25%. All right. Are we doing? Yes? From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this? Yeah, we got it, right? Okay. All right. Copy this one, please. Example Shazam Q. No, Super Duper Q. Same data, but now find me the 60th percentile. Go. All right, let's see. Walk me through the process, please. Dom, get me started. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20. All right. Step 2, continue. Jared. The formula? Yes? Yeah? All right. Continue. Oh, what's the formula? Sorry. All right. So C equals what? Andrea, tell me what to write. Over 100. So this is 600 over 100. Yes? So that means this is 6. So pause the video, yes? All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So notice that on this one we didn't get any decimals, right? Did we round up or down? No, right? So when you get to these situations, look up please, and you end up with a whole number. And notice this is how many students? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since this is probably about halfway, one thing that they ask us to do is to take this one and this one, add them, and divide by 2. Here it goes. So what is 10 plus 12? That's 22 divided by 2. So the student that would score 11, in this case there is none, but if there was, that's the person that scored what? 60th percentile. So, Mr. Q, so am I understanding right? The only time that we get a whole number, bless you, and if I am at halfway mark, that's the only time we have this? Yes, that's the only time. All right. So, for your home plate, check this out. They're going to ask you to do basically, who noticed that we use the same data for all 4 problems? Okay. For the home plate, they're going to give you a problem with data, and they're going to ask you, first of all, 8%. But then they're going to ask you this. Pay attention to this part. Find the percentile of each score. Let me go back. Did we find the percentile here for 12? Yes. And then we found the percentile for what? 6. So 12 and 6. Which ones are missing? A bunch of them, right? For home play, they're going to ask you to find each percentile for each number. That's why I only gave you 3 problems. Yes? We don't have homework. So the first thing they're going to ask you, find the percentile rank of each score. Of each score. And then the second part, they're going to ask you, find the value for the 50 percentile. And which is what you're going to do in the next step. Yeah. Only once. 0.5. Everybody get it, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to stop the video right there, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the home play so you guys can get started. But basically, that's it for today. I'm only introducing those 2 formulas for today. We're going to move on tomorrow with the graphing portion of it. Okay? All right. And those of you that are following on YouTube, make sure you get some practice in.